Hello, this is Eileen, the environmental educator. And in this video, we're going to talk about something that made headlines last week that emails show that Leonardo DiCaprio's awarded grants to dark money groups filing climate change lawsuits, according to a report. This is August 15th, 2022. So this right here says, his nonprofit awarded grants to dark monies that funneled funds to a law firm. And then it continues filing lawsuits against oil companies alleging climate change deception, according to reports. And a lot of places picked up this story. Natural News. Here's Mike Adams with Natural News, of course, calling him a climate fanatic, a climate lunatic. That's what they do over there at Natural News, because just having any respect for the planet makes you a lunatic, even if you have the solutions that would solve, people getting all the toxins into their bodies that Natural News, sells products to eliminate from your bodies. But that they were quick to get on this bit of tidbit here. And we all know Leo. Here he is falling all over Gore.
Nominated Leonardo DiCaprio and Vice President Al Gore.
Look, applauding Gore. There he is, applauding Gore. And here, that was the night that Gore won, but these guys were out before that. And then here, when Gore wins.
And the Oscar goes to An Inconvenient Truth. Davis Guggenheim.
Davis Guggenheim and the cast were scheduled to shoot in New Orleans the night before Hurricane Katrina hit, an event that brought home the threat and the impact of global.
Right there. He's I can't believe Al doesn't stop and give him a hug, and but there he is, cheerleading Al. And Leo, he's always out there denouncing everything bad for the environment, while he's criticized for his travel on gas guzzling private yachts and jets. And he's been doing that while funding climate nuisance lawsuits, according to this Fox News article, which was August 15th, 2022. And what these articles don't state, and what everybody doesn't, is that Leo is amongst the group of all environmental voices that have prevented the solutions the world needs since, God, I'm not sure, when I first started hitting up Leo, it was Ken Sunshine Consultings. That was his publicist or something that I got an email for, and I was like, Leo. And I've contacted his foundation, not as much as I harp on Gore, but certainly enough that they know that they can't be interested in solutions that, like ending our disposable society, gaining individual cooperation, getting hemp utilized, that would get us off of the fossil fuels that Leo is always out, raging against while using an abundance of. So he really pretty much is a hypocrite out there. So Leo, through his foundation, apparently, according to emails, which he founded in the late 1990s, he awarded grants to a fund that in turn backed private law firms' efforts to hold oil companies responsible for climate change. Steve Malloy, a former energy official with the Trump administration, transition team, said, he's not surprised. There's this whole left-wing dark money network. That money comes from some places, and these guys, high-profile, wealthy lefties, are funding it. He said there's not a single climate activist who is not a complete hypocrite about all of this. Everything they do is just total hypocrisy. I would say they have no self-awareness, but they just don't care. All this is really meant to control us, not for them to control themselves. And, that's true. I mean, if Leo cared about solutions, he would be getting on the solutions and using his voice to get on the solutions the world needs, telling people to get environmentally educated, start just be doing your contribution. While, of course, he was being leadership by example. When environmental voices are out there leading beyond environmentally abusive lives, then no individual who just lives a normal life is going to think that their life is a problem. But, our environmental problems are the direct result of each one of our irresponsible actions, which are very easy to just replace with responsible ones. But have you ever heard Leo use his mouth or use his funds to get any of this implemented? Have you ever told him, hey, let's end our disposable society? Hey, you know what? Yeah, my buddy here, who I worship, Al Gore, he won't do it, but I've been presented the truth and I know that. And I'm going to be a man of character and quality, and I'm going to go out and do what the world needs. No, you've never heard Leo say that, and you will never hear Leo say that. And nobody here will tell you that. And now, Trump's White House should know this, but they wouldn't allow solutions either. Not even when Trump legalized hemp, and I'm like, let's have the Make Hemp Happen campaign. Let's get it going. Let's lead the world with hemp from America. Be a world leader. No, 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 no. There was absolutely no interest. But, worse, there's no interest from anyone that Leo associates himself with. All those lefties that this Trump administration person transition team talked about. All the people that they just can't be bothered with solutions. They just, they just go out there. Here, Leo's past power fueled travels include 6 round trips on private jets over the course of just 6 weeks in 2014. Yeah, okay. Oh, yeah, the United Nations appointed Dicaprio as a messenger of peace for his work on climate change in 2014. The United Nations, who's been refusing the solutions the world needs since shortly after November 93. They were one of the first people that I went to when Gore wouldn't do anything. Okay, so all of these fraudulent environmental voices that they all pal around. Here in 2016, DiCaprio reportedly flew 8,000 miles via private jet from Europe to New York City to accept an award for his environmental activism. Then he returned to Europe for a charity event. That same year he took a private jet to the World Economic Forum in Davos. And then at the summit, yeah, he gave the WEF gave Leo its Crystal Award for leadership in tackling the climate crisis. They're not tackling it. They've never tackled it. They've never even gone after it. They've never even tried. They prevent solutions. So, no press is going to tell you that, but oh yeah, here's Leo. He's out on a jet ski. Here's the president of Brazil. Telling Leo, calling him out, basically. Oh, you again, Leo? That's pretty funny. So, Leo, he's he says climate change is real. It's happening right now. It's the most urgent threat facing our entire species, and we need to work collectively together and stop procrastinating. Oh, okay, Leo. Well, then why don't you finally step up to the plate? So this Resources Legacy Fund, which right here, they talk about Leo's foundations announced it would allocate 20 million in grants to various climate groups, including one to Resources Legacy Fund to support legal actions against the fossil fuel industry, according to the group's now archived announcement. And then the Resources Legacy Fund contributed more than 5.2 million to Shear Edeling, which is a law firm between 20 2017 and 2022, according to tax filings obtained by Fox News. They say it's not clear who donated to the group before it was funneled to the law firm, or how much of this was from Dicaprio's foundation. So, Leo is giving money to this Resources Legacy Fund and just being like, hey, do good work with it. And then that fund goes out and, supports lawsuits against oil companies, because oil companies are bad. Oil companies are bad. Not the people that are flying around in private jets and yachts, including Al Gore and all of Leo's friends. Not them. No, it's the oil companies. The oil companies made them. Okay, so this is all just ridiculous. But there's a bunch of articles about this. Here's a Daily Mail article which says, yep, the emails show the Dicaprio Foundation funded the Resources Legacy Fund. The Dark Money Group in turn funded the Shear Ingling law firm, which brought lawsuits against oil companies on behalf of local and state governments. Yeah, and here Leo, he's out in 2017 in the People's Climate March. Yeah, we need solutions. And for years and years and years, he had been refusing the solutions the world needs. One year here, Dicaprio, he spoke at Yale, and said, we are proud to support the work of over 100 organizations at home and abroad. These grantees are active on the ground, protecting our oceans, forests, and endangered species for future generations, while tackling the urgent existential challenges of climate change. Yeah, failing to mention what it is Leo and his friends refuse. So, again, the long and short of it is all of these people, like that Trump administration transition team said, they're all just frauds. They're all just hypocrites right here. Hypocrites. So while Leo is out there pretending like he cares and, he can't fall all over Gore enough, and even though I have told him, Gore's a fraud, his foundation should know by now, Leo, like every other environmental voice, is out there not using his money wisely. If Leo actually put that money that he put into litigation into solutions, we'd actually be solving the problem. But Leo has no interest in that. And he's never, ever going to do anything that would expose Gore. He's, they say if you make it in Hollywood, you have your dues to pay. You're indebted. You sold your soul to the devil. And maybe Leo's soul was about the environment. I don't know. But I do know that he has absolutely zero interest in actual real solutions that would solve our environmental problems, while he's out there, grandstanding and being an absolute hypocrite, even though he has cut down on his private jet use because he was criticized so much for it. He still doesn't live uh, a normal life, and neither do his friends. But here he is, tying up the court system when he could actually just be reducing energy use by ending our disposable society, getting people's cooperation, utilizing hemp. We wouldn't care what the oil industry was doing if Leo or anyone would actually get on real solutions. So, Leo, yeah, that pretty much sums up the look of Leo's true environmental concerns. Just a little smug glance off to the side, like, yeah, so long as Gore, lets me bow to him, Leo's happy. So this is the only place you're going to get this real news, people. Stay tuned.